Shall we?
We shall.
Overcome. Anybody know what proportions are?
Somebody who can make their body go in their
No,
That's a contortionist. Not a proportion.
simply put, you can just write this down as equal fractions. We've got a lot of note taking, so we probably should put our noses to the proverbial grindstone. Which means this. A proportion is just two fractions that are equal to each other. You know, if you have 5 over 6, and that equals 24 over what number? This is a proportion. You know, when you've heard things are proportional, you know, if 5 out of the 6 kids wear glasses, then if you have 24 kids, proportionally, how many would wear glasses? Generally speaking, how do we do this one? There's a bunch of different ways. The first one you should look for is to do what? We have equal fractions. To solve this, the easiest way, and the first way you should look to do it, Zach, is
3 times the bottom number goes to the other one.
right. You say 6 times what gives you 24, which is division, 24 divided by 6, and then you would just multiply the top by half, right? You with me?
Yes.
However, that does not always work. For example, if this is your problem, let's find it here. E over 9 equals 5 over 15. E over 9 equals 5 over 15. Well, what times 9 gives you 15? Question mark, question mark. If it does not work, this is your best bet. By the way, there is also another way to do that, but we're not going to do that now. When you have equal fractions or equal proportions, you must remember this, that the diagonals, you have to say it like that, the diagonals multiplied together should equal each other. Diagonals multiplied together should equal each other. I'll give that time to sink in because this is a huge mathematical concept I don't want you just to look at and forget about. Is it sunk yet, Connor? Read it slowly. Simply what that means, children, is this. If you have 2 equal fractions, if you multiply the diagonals together, what's 6 times 20? 120, right? What's 5 times 24? 120. The diagonals, if you have equal fractions, when you multiply the diagonals together, they should equal each other. To which you're going to say, so what?
So what?
Well, if this is the case, okay, if I don't know what this is, I can write an equation, which you kids should be getting good at, that will help me solve this. In other words, this. I know that this times this, what is 15 times e? You can't do it, it's 15e, right? It has to equal whatever 9 times 5 is. Anybody know what 9 times 5? Yes, it is 45, thank you very much. And 15 times what number gives you 45? If you don't know, you could divide 15 into 45. E has to equal 3, which is what? E would be right here. Is anybody out there saying, but couldn't you have just?
Couldn't you have just?
Well, you have to finish it, I was just starting you. Anybody? I'm not going to help you. If you're not telling me couldn't you have just, then I'm not going to let you go. Nobody knows couldn't you have just?
Could you have just divided
15.
15 into 5?
Well, 15 doesn't go into 5.
Or 5 to 15.
Now, what Caleb maybe is saying is this. You could have 5/15ths reduced that fraction and made it 1/3, right? 5 divided by 5 is 15 divided by 5. And then you could have said, oh, 3 times 3 is 9, and 1 times 3 is 3. But you probably didn't think of that, so that's not my fault. Another one. How about this one? Oh, here's a great one. 4 over f equals 3 over 12. 4 over f equals 3 over 12. Again, you could look to see, 3 times what is 4? I don't know. So if that doesn't work, we're going to multiply the diagonals. You just pulled your horses there. 3 times f is 3f. 4 times 12 is 48. 3 times what number is 48? 3 goes into 48. Somebody help me here. 16 times. So if it's saying,
For this problem, couldn't you have just taken 12 by 4 and 7 times 3?
couldn't I just say that again slowly?
Couldn't you just multiply 12 by 4 and then get 48 and then 7 times 3 gives me 48?
What did I do?
Oh, I didn't see that. Oops.
Yes, you certainly could have, since that's exactly what it is. Or, Caleb is saying, well, you could have reduced this and made 1/4, and then 1 times 4 is 4, and 4 times 4 is 16. However, children, look carefully at me, Caleb. Sometimes it doesn't work out in any way, shape, or form. For example, 2 over 3 equals what number over 5? Layton, do you have an easy way to do this? Say no, because there's not. Just work with me on this. The only real way to do this is to do that, we call it, well, diagonals. You multiply 3 times n, and 3 times n equals 2 times 5. So 3n equals 10. Anybody? 3 times what number is 10? Don't work out evenly, so you actually have to do the division. 10 divided by 3 is 3 and 1/3. Ain't that a scary thought? Anybody scared on that? Matters not. Take out another blank piece of paper. I think your life will forever be changed with this one. And on top of this one, put ratio. Ratio is really the same as proportion. Except we've got some words in here. With measurements, with words. And in case you don't catch on to what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give it to you in ginormous forms. You will need to draw ratio box. This one needs triple exclamation point because it's that important. Are you ready for the roller coaster ride? Wow. Just like to play. Are you ready? Here is the problem. The ratio of boys to girls. The ratio of boys to girls is, anybody? 3 to 4. 3 to 4. If there are 12 girls, how many boys? If there are 12 girls, how many boys? Question mark. Suggestions on how to do that? Anybody? If you don't know, refer back to the big orange letters that should be just above what you just wrote down. Connor?
Do a ratio box?
Right, what you're gonna do when you see a story problem like this is this. You're gonna draw yourself a little box. You are going to, for right now, cut it into 4 pieces. And you are going to write down this. Up in the upper left, you're gonna say, here is your ratio. Here is the actual. I don't care, you can abbreviate R and A. And then you write down the 2 things you are comparing. What am I comparing? I'm comparing boys to girls. And I just fill in the blanks. Watch how handy dandy this is. What's my ratio of boys to girls?
3 to 4.
3 to 4. My ratio is 3 to 4. What is the actual numbers? Well, I know there are 12 girls, so that goes here. You just need to fill in this box here. And you just need to understand this is what we just did. It's a proportion. It's equal fractions. 3 over 4 equals what number over 12? And if it's easy enough to do, you can just do this. 4 times 3 is 12, so 3 times 3 is 9. We did this last year, didn't we?
Yes.
Didn't want to wait. But I need to see this. And this, granted, is an incredibly easy problem, but they don't always and aren't always that easy. Sometimes they're even harder. Shall we do one more? Are you that excited about it or not?
Yeah, let's
We
do
should.
one more.
How about this one? The student to teacher ratio is 1 to 20. If there are 100 students, how many teachers? And some of you already know the answer, just humor. Just do it the way it should be done. Guess what we have to do? Anybody? Did somebody say ratio box?
Yeah.
Yes, ratio box. Here's my ratio, here's my actual. I am comparing students to teachers. What numbers go where? Brian, what goes where?
The 1 in students and the 20 in teachers.
And then my actual, what goes where?
The 100 in
And
students.
students. And then you just need to fill in this blank here. This fraction equals that fraction. And the answer would be, what? Did I do that wrong?
There's not 1 student.
Oh, did Brian tell me wrong or did I write it wrong?
No, there is. It says the student to teacher ratio is 1 to 20.
Oh, wait, did Brian tell me wrong or did I write it wrong?
Thank you,
I will take the fall, Brian, even though I'm not sure I did. Here's what we wrote wrong. We put the ratio in the wrong thing, sorry. There is how many? 20 students for every 1 teacher, not 20 teacher for every student. That would be murder. And there are 100 students, so that goes here. Does that make more sense? And so your answer would be, to go from 20 to 100, you have to multiply by 5. So 1 times 5 is 5. This has been terribly educational today, isn't it? I'm almost at my 3 mistakes. I'll limit for the day. 1 more. And I would put me over the edge. What shall we do for tomorrow, you ask?
What shall we do for tomorrow? Yes.